Bantamweight bout here. Cameron Saaiman, the other South African, coming in here at minus 395 against Terrence Mitchell. Plus 395 for Terrence Mitchell. Over under 1.5 rounds. The over plus 120. The under minus 120. The UFC, long-awaited UFC debut of Terrence Mitchell. 4-1 in his last 5. Cameron Saaiman still undefeated, 22 years of age. And more UFC experience than the 33-year-old Terrence Mitchell. And most people know Terrence Mitchell for getting knocked out by Kai Kara-France on The Ultimate Fighter. But other than that, he has nothing as far as any kind of UFC level experience, because all of his fights are really coming on the Alaskan regional circuit. And these guys are so bad that they don't even have pictures on Tapology. Like, it doesn't take much to get a picture on Tapology of yourself for your profile. But the past 2 guys that he's fought in 2023 don't have pictures. And it's just, I went back and watched those fights. They're actually on YouTube. They're not, you got to like dig deep to like find them. And it's a bad watch. It's not even worth it. Just trust me to say that these guys are straight cans. He just goes in there and takes them down and submits them. It's like, all right, these guys probably haven't really trained much jiu-jitsu in their life. They probably just want to get in an MMA fight and maybe something to do in Alaska, because what else is there to do in Alaska? So I'm coming into this one. Cameron Saaiman, pretty big favorite. He is 22 years old. That's concerned, but I think he can knock out Terrence Mitchell because he's got pretty good hands. He's got great kicks. As long as he doesn't just kick him in the nuts like he's been kicking people in the nuts and start losing points, I think he wins this fight pretty easily. The takedown defense has been fairly decent. I mean, he got taken down 5 times by Steven Kozlow, but I don't think he's not like scared to go to the ground. He would obviously prefer to stand and strike. But Terrence Mitchell, that's probably the way he goes about this. Like, I just don't think he's seasoned enough on the feet to like stand with Cameron Saaiman if he wants to go in there and just kind of bully him. I mean, Terrence Mitchell was a 125er and he's at 135 for this fight. So he's a taller guy, he's a longer guy, but he's not necessarily the true 135er. And I just think Cameron Saaiman beats him pretty easily. Like, I think there's just levels to like what competition you've been facing. And I think that shows. Like, he got knocked out by Kai Kara-France in like 20 seconds, and the only time he was ever on the UFC stage. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Saaiman. What are you thinking?
Yeah, Mitchell, with 15-2, but like you said, he's the number 1 ranked Alaskan bantamweight, and there's only 11 right now that are active. So I mean, like, it just kind of tells you that he's not seeing any competition that's going to be anywhere close to Cameron Saaiman. And Saaiman is like all around. He's really good, even for 22 years old. Like, I don't think the age gap and experience gap here is really going to matter, just because of who Mitchell's been fighting, and also Saaiman has that wrestling to lean on if he needs it. He's good on the feet. He can pull off submissions. Like, this dude's pretty solid all the way around, and we've seen it. I mean, against Mana Martinez, Kozlow. I mean, these guys, he's shown pretty good composure in there too for being that young, especially getting taken down that many times against Kozlow and then finding the TKO win. And I mean, he's just going to be the better fighter in this fight, in my opinion. Another guy, undefeated, and UFC's not going to want him to lose to a Terrence Mitchell. So I don't see why he doesn't get this win here. I think it's a parlay piece too. I think this is one fight that, you could probably confidently say he wins. And the line's not out of this world to where it's like unplayable in a parlay by any means.
To go off of your number 1 ranking in Alaska, I mean, he's ranked number 99 in the United States for regional ranking. So that means if you're not signed to a major organization such as UFC, Bellator, PFL, One Championship, those are who you're getting ranked up against. He's number 99. Like, that's not very good. Like, I don't know what he did to get this spot, but I mean, they could have chose a bunch of other guys instead of him. So I don't know. Maybe they just want another exciting guy to throw in there. But
I guess, yeah.